Right, mini video. I've just popped the brake disc off the caliper and I'm sort of faced with this, which is a bit of a mess, and I really don't think I'm going to be able to get those torque screws out, and the hub looks minging. I was going to drop the hub off and just clean it and paint it and put it back on. Wheel bearing as well is a bit stiff. There's no wheel bearing, so what do? I'll just go ahead and get a new hub assembly, a new bearing, and then all I have to do is just split the ball joints, track rod end and the suspension and just whip it out. I don't know, I'll have a think about it. I'll have a go and then see what happens. Right, mini video. As I said on the last one, those screws were going to give me a problem. So Louis back home, we've dropped everything off the front. I'll go and show you that. But what we're doing now is we're just grinding the head of the screw off. First time Louis used a grinder, and he ain't doing too bad. Right, while Louis is finishing off those, I thought I'd come and give you a look, see what I've done. So all the suspension's out now. I'm getting new bearings. I'm going to clean those hubs up and get them fitted. I'm getting new brakes, obviously, and looks like I might need new brake pipes. I'll have a look at those when I get a bit closer. Obviously the size nearly the same, I just haven't dropped the strut out yet, so just 13 mil bolts through them and the strut will drop down, and I'll mark them left and right so I get the right one on each side. There's the old stuff that I've taken off, old wheel bearings. They're a nightmare to get rid of. So going back again, how are we doing, Lou? Second one done?
No, not quite yet.
No, keep going, mate. Okay, so that's it. We're going to keep grinding these off, then we'll clean them up, paint them, and when the brakes come we'll refit it all back together. Okay, so a quick update while Louis finishes off the last hub. Broken them out now. So we got the shock, the hub, the old brake disc, the old brake pads, the old wheel bearing and the old brake carrier. And this lot will not be used again because I'm having a big brake kit. Caliper is still hanging. I'll sort that out tomorrow, I think. And when I've got that off, I'll have a look at that. Have a look at that brake line and see if that needs changing. I shall be cleaning up the wheel well. I should be cleaning and dropping a bit of paint onto the. That's this one, mate. Dropping a bit of paint onto the drive shaft, and then I should be waiting for the bits and pieces to come. Ordered new wheel bearings as well. So yeah, a productive day. Although I broke my chair, yeah. Okay, so wait to see what it looked like when I've started to clean them up. Okay, so the hubs have been de-rusted as best as we possibly could do with a grinder and a flap disc. Watched all the mating surfaces. Then a wire brush. Just solvent wiped them, and now I'm going to give them a coat of crust. You all know I like the crust. And then we're going to get some paint on them after I've masked them. Okay, see you later. Well, that's the crust put on this side. You can see what a difference it makes. It really does chemically treat all of the rust that's on the hubs. Now, some of you will be saying, what are you doing painting the mating surfaces for where the brakes go and for where the bearings go? Because it's a conversion process, it doesn't actually put a layer of paint down, it only actually converts the rust. So there's no paint on there really, just makes the rust inert. So it's a conversion process, not a paint process. So while that dries, my coffee cup is all dirty and empty, so I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and come out and flip them out, do the other side, and then I'm going to have a think about what I'm going to paint them with, because I know I've got to mask off. I do have to mask off these faces, and I will do masking on that faces, but I'm just wondering what I'm going to do with that first, whether I'm going to put some etch primer on, what colour I'm going to paint them, whether I'm going to put any primer on, so I'll have a think about that. Alright, see you later. Right, halfway through the painting process, I've decided just to go with this, which is the Isopon rust inhibiting primer. I haven't put any etch primer on. No, there's no real bare metal on there for me to warrant putting etch primer on. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go with my favourite Amorite metal paint. Yes, I'm a big lover of Amorite, I know. So first coat's on. Well, I say first coat, there's two coats of primer on. As you can see, this one, and I have masked off all the areas that I said I would mask. So you can see that I'm halfway through painting them. I won't colour them until tomorrow. You'll notice, like here as well, where the dust shield bolts that we ground off yesterday, we're not going to put dust shields on there. I don't know whether I mentioned it in my video, but the brake kit that I've bought has a bigger rotor, so putting a brake shield on won't work, because the brake shield won't be big enough to cover the new rotor and it will clash. So I'm going to see if I can get a refund on those brake shields from Mini that I bought. So that's it. I'm going to put the next coat of paint on, leave them in here for about an hour, and then put them in the shed, and I shall top coat them tomorrow. Okay, see you later guys. Right, update. So overnight the hubs have dried, and I am now putting the first coat of Hammerite on them, silver I've decided, just because I've got some silver left. I didn't want to buy any more paint. Tight fisted. Okay, so I'll show you when they're done. Okay, so hubs are painted. Very nice, not bad considering what they were like when we couldn't get the bearings out. Coffee cup is full. Yay. All sorts of shit down there, rubbish to throw away. Bit of a mini update. Managed to get the front clip back loaded on today, and I've also cleaned the inner wheel arches, ready for sort of derusting. I haven't looked for it yet, but I want to look for it. Weather's come, so just backed up the universal joint on the drive shaft and the new lower bottom board joints. Didn't do the steering rack ends because I've got new ones of those to pop on. So I've still got that to do. Make it look like that side, which is nice and clean. Same this side, bagged them up, got that wheel arch cleaned. So seems like a long time. I've been on it since now. I'm putting it back together. I'm a bit happier. Problem is though, I've got an operation coming. Just had it cancelled today. They've just phoned me. So I'm supposed to be going to hospital for my knee operation tomorrow. Spent all from Saturday night till today isolating. A bit pissed off, but never mind. I hope to hear tomorrow when I get my new date. My big brake kit hasn't come, but my suspension is here. and I'll go and do an opening video on that now, because I'd like to see what's in it myself. So I'm going to clear the side off, and then I'll put the video back on and I'll do an opening video. So I'm interested to see what's in that for me. Okay, see you later.